So we'll start with just revising the last class what we learned. So if you remember, सबको slide दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So we will start with reviewing the last class what we learned, few concepts, and then we will go in detail. So in the last class we learned how to reduce the block diagrams, and in the block diagrams we know that it can have the combination of series blocks, parallel blocks, and we can also see some of the blocks which had some feedback, negative or positive feedback. And then we also learned how to shift the takeoff points and summing points. And the whole idea of block diagram reduction is to combine all the necessary blocks, all the given blocks in a single block, and whatever elements or transfer function inside the block is that is known as overall transfer function of the complete block diagram. So in this example, we saw we have series connected blocks, parallelly connected blocks. We also have some feedbacks, for example, H1 and H3, and then we saw how to reduce them. So this was the exercise we did yesterday. And finally, we will see that we have now only one block which represents overall transfer function of the complete block diagram or the complete system setup. Right? So this is what actually we are trying to find through block diagram reduction. So the whole idea of learning block diagram and signal flow graph, which we will uh, see again today, to find a transfer function. So we can find a transfer function by reducing the blocks and getting such kind of result, and we can also get a transfer function using signal flow graph. So in signal flow graph, we learned that signal flow graph is a graphical representation of algebraic equation or system representation, and nodes and branches are the basic elements of SFG. We learned what are the input nodes, output nodes, and mixed nodes. So I told you yesterday, and the feature of branch is, I mean, like it has both gain and direction. So when I say branch, then it has association with gain and direction. So we learned that yesterday, and we also this one actually we will see because yesterday you might not have understood it properly. So let us say we have a question, and this is also for other students who could not attend the class yesterday. So in this example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have total 6 algebraic equation, and we are trying to represent this equation in a signal flow graph. So can somebody tell me how many nodes are there in this? Just to revise, how many nodes?
Six.
6. Very good. So we'll have 6 nodes. So as you can see in step 1, we will categorize as 6 nodes. So y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6. These are the 6 nodes. And in the first equation, if you see, it's the y2 equals to a1 to y1 plus a4 to y4. It means y1 is connected to two nodes, y1 and y4, and connection from y1 has a12 gain, and connection with y4 has a42 gain. So that's why if you see in case of y2, it is connecting from y1 with gain a12, and from A4 it is connecting to Y2 with A42 gain. So this was the representation of first equation. And second equation, as you see here, it is Y3 A23 Y2 plus A53 Y5. It means Y3 is connected to another two nodes. They are Y2 and Y5. So Branch between y3 and y2 has a23 gain. Branch between y3 and y5 has gain a53. So in the next slide, if you see here, y3 equals to a23 times y2 plus a53 times y5. So now you see how y3 is connected with y2 and y5 with associated gains. So similarly, we can check for y4, y5, and y6. So you see y4, y4. It is simply it has equation as y4 equals to a3 times a3 4 times y3. Uh, it is connected to only one node. Y5 is connected to node 4 and node 3 with gain a45 and a35, and y6 is connected to node y5 with a56 gain. And overall gain will be, if you connect the graph with combining all the equation, then it will look like this. So this is also you can correlate with our understanding of the block diagrams. In the block diagrams, we used to have the blocks, and inside the block we used to have gains. So in SFG also we have gains, and the representation of arrow says about the feedback in which direction it is going. So with this understanding, we should be able to find the transfer function of the uh, block diagram or the system. So now immediately question comes: if we have block diagrams arrangement, can we convert into a signal flow graph? So answer will be yes. So these are the steps we have to follow. First of all, we have to identify all the signals, summing points, and takeoff points of the block, and they represent nodes in a signal flow graph. So in block diagram representation, we learned about blocks, we learned about takeoff points, we learned about summing points. In case of signal flow graph, we have nodes and branch. So all the summing points and takeoff points will be converted into nodes. Represent the block or block diagram as branches in the signal flow graph. So whatever numbers or equations are inside the block, they are essentially a gain of the branch in the branch. So that will be converted in terms of gain. Represent the transfer function inside the block or block diagram as gain. Same thing what I said. Connect the nodes as per the block diagram. So I mean, you also have the information about how one node is connected to another node from the block diagram. So you can just name. I'll show you with examples. If there is a connection between two nodes, but there is no block in between, then represent the gain of branch as one. So as I said, it's not necessary all the time that your feedback will have. I mean, always some uh, gain. If there is no specified gain and simply it is connected with the line, then we will assume that gain is 1, right? So let's see. So this is a block diagram representation. Now we are trying to convert this block diagram with SFG, signal flow graph. So can somebody tell me that if I convert this block diagram into SFG, how many nodes we will have?
Nine nodes.
So very good. We will have 9 nodes. Why it is 9 nodes? Because now we are trying to convert all the summing points. Let's say summing point y1, y2, and there is a connection between this and this. So this will also have nodes. Takeoff point. So summing point, takeoff point, all will have node. So we have total 9 such arrangements, summing points and takeoff points. So we will have total 9 nodes, and you see how it is getting converted in SFG. So for 9 nodes, we will for the 9 takeoff points and summing points, we will have 9 nodes to together. Now you see how y1 and y2 are connected. So first RS is connected with y1 with gain 1. So now you see RS is connected to y1 with gain 1. Now between y1 and y2 we don't have any gain, any block. So these two summing points are connected with gain 1. So y1 and y2 will be connected here as gain 1. Now you see between y2 and y3 we have gain as g1. So between y2 and y3 we have gain as g1. Y3, y4 we have gain g2. Y3 and y4 we have gain g2. But again you see from y2 to y4 they are connected with gain h1 in this, and direction is also it's the reverse direction as negative feedback. So the direction of arrow will be changed now. So earlier it was forward direction, now it will become a reverse direction or backward direction. So generally backward direction we assign with negative, since it was negative feedback here. So that's why the overall gain for this will be minus h1 with this direction. So you see this one. Now see connection between y4 and y5. Y4 and y5 we don't have any gain, so simply connected with gain 1. Y5 and y6. Y5 and y6 again we have no blocks, no gain, so it will be gain 1. Y6 and y7 we have g3. Y6 and y7 we have g3 gain here, and also sorry, also between y6 and y7 we have another gain g4, which is positively feedback. You see, so g3 will be positively feedback. That's why it is coming with the positive sign. There is no, I mean, it's a positive gain. Between y7 and y8 we see there is no gain, so it's the 1. Y8 to y9 we have 5. Y8 to y9 we have 5. Now again you see y5 and y9 they are connected with gain h3, but now the direction is reversed, so we can assign the same direction with negative gain minus h3, negative gain with minus h3. Okay, now another y1 and y8, let's see here what is happening with y1 and y8. Y1 and y8 they are connected with gain h2. So if you are giving the reverse arrow sign, I mean for backward direction, so it is also associated with positive feedback. So in this case, gain will be positive. So this is a very simple approach by which you can convert block diagram into signal flow graph. So I mean, either you represent your system arrangement in block diagram term or signal flow graph terms. They both they both will have same objective. And what is the objective? Why we are doing a block diagram setup and SFG single flow graph? What do we want to achieve? Any answer? You can tell anything, whatever is there in your mind. Don't worry about your answers.
Transfer function.
So, what is the idea of drawing block diagram and signal flow graph, please? So, I'm coming to this now. So, first, we will clarify. Yeah, Dhruvil, you were telling something. Please go ahead. So, my question is, why do we want to represent systems in terms of block diagram representation or signal flow graph representation? What do we want to achieve?
Transfer function.
Very good. So the whole idea of representing in terms of block diagram or signal flow graph, we want to achieve a transfer function. That's very good. So now, can you find transfer function from block diagram by reducing them? Can we get it? Can we get them? I mean, in the last class, I have shown you how to find the transfer function using block diagram reduction, right? So you see. So this was a result for block diagram reduction, and we finally got this arrangement, and whatever equation is inside this block, they represent as transfer function of the whole system. So from the block diagram, you came to know how to find transfer function. Now we want to find a transfer function for signal flow graph arrangement. Suppose now we have this signal flow graph and we want to find transfer function. what we will do, how will we find transfer function. So we will learn it today, and for that we should know the concept of Mason's gain formula. So Mason's gain formula is about finding the transfer function from signal flow graph. So the gain between input and output nodes of a signal flow graph is nothing but a transfer function. So we knew it earlier that whatever gain or whatever equation is inside input and output in the block, they represent transfer function. Here also, since transfer function is also known as gain in case of signal flow graph. So our idea now will become a again reduction, or if we do not reduce also, we have gain Mason's gain formula. By knowing the architecture of signal flow graph, we can find overall transfer function, and how to find that is something which we will learn in this class today. So transfer function essentially T is nothing but Laplace output by Laplace input. So CS by RS. So in this case, CS will be output node and RS will represent input node. So T is overall transfer function, and P is forward path gain. I'll tell you that what is forward path gain, and we have to remember one thing: how to find delta. Delta is nothing but a determinant of the system, and it is uh, obtained by this formula. Determinant will be 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains. I will tell you what are the loop gains, plus sum of gain products of all possible two non-touching loops. Means both the loops should not touch each other, they should be isolated, and plus sum of gain of products of all possible two non-touching loops, etc. Right? So we will see that how it is developing. So let's understand some of the concepts for signal flow graph we use in Mason's gain formula. So first of all, the concept is path. So it is a transversal of branches from one node to any other node in the direction of branch arrows. So it should not traverse any node more than once. It should not repeat the node. So if I say from y1 to y6, how many paths are there? Can somebody tell the answer? How many paths it can have if I want to travel from y1 to y2? So one path I will tell you y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6. One path. How about the next path? Do we have any other path to go there?
Y1, Y2, Y3, Y5, Y6.
A, B, G and E, right? Very good. Very good. A, B, G, F, E, right? You're telling about the can. Yes, so we have three paths in this case. Do we have any other path? Forward path? Path? No, right? So very good. So the whole idea is that it should not repeat any path. Next concept, let's see. So what is forward path? So direction will always be forward. The path that exists from input node to output node, that is called the forward path. So what is the forward path here? Can someone tell what is forward path? In earlier case, path can exist from y1 to y3. Path can exist from y1 to y4. Path can exist from y1 to y5. Path can exist from y1 to y6 node. So that is a generic idea of path. But when I say forward path, then it has to go from input node to output node. In this arrangement, we have input node as y1 and output node as y6. So can someone tell me what is forward path for this particular SFG? I think you have answered. So can you tell again?
A, B, C, E.
A, B, C, D, E. Very good. So that is called the forward path when it is traveling from input node to output node. Similarly, you have A, B, G, and E. So that is also a forward path. Again, another path could be A, B, G, F, E also. So that's how about gain? Forward path gain. So whatever gains are associated with path, now you see path is telling you about the connection from node to node, but each node or each branch, let's say, has some gain because we know branch has two features, gain and direction. So now you see every branch has some gain. So if I say one forward path is from y1 to y6, from y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, and y6. So what should be the gain of that path? What would be the overall gain? Please tell me if you did not understand. I'll repeat it. I'll explain it once again. So can somebody tell me what is forward path gain for the first path? And the path is y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, and y6. They are traveling through these nodes.
A, B, C, D, E.
A, B, C, D, E, right. So the first path, which is traveling from y1 to y2, y3, y4, y5. So whatever gains are there, they will be multiplied with each other. So example is A, B, C, D. Another path could be y1, y2, y3, y5, and y6. So the gain for that path will be A, B, G, and E. So that is called forward path gain. There is another concept which is called loop. So loop means it will start from the node. It will start from the same node and end will it will also end at the same node. So starting and ending will be at the same node. So for example, if you see here, so this path you see it is starting from y2, coming through y3, and it is again ending at y2. So this is one loop. So can somebody give me example of another loop here? In terms of, you can say in terms of gain, because now b times j, this is a one loop. How about another loop? Can somebody give me the example of another loop?
G, H,
D, I.
Come up again.
G, H.
C D H, you are saying?
यह सी डी एच पी है और जी एच पी है.
Very good. So C D H is also one of the loop. G H also is a one loop ending at y3. Any other loop?
D, I.
Very good. So we have DI also one loop, and we also have another self loop, that is F, starting from y5 ending at y5 with gain F. How about another loop? Can somebody find another loop in this? How about B, G, H, J? Is it a loop?
यस सर.
B, G, H, and J. Is it a loop or no?
यस सर.
Again, I'm repeating from Y to B, G, H, and J.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm telling this one. B, G, H, Let's see. We'll see this kind of concept. Now loop gain, it's quite understandable. So it is calculated by multiplying total gain. So the loop gain for this loop, I mean this loop, let's say it is L1, will be B times J. Loop gain will be B times J. Gain for L2, let's say here, which is L1, and this is L2. Then this is L2, and this is L3. What is the loop gain of L3? This loop, this is called L3 loop. What is the overall loop gain for L3? Loop gain for L3. Yes, please tell me.
GH.
Okay, very good. So this is GH. So whatever gains are there, they will be multiplied. And concept of non-touching loops. Now we understood what are the loops, what are the gain, and what are the forward path, and what are the paths. So what are the non-touching loops here? So let's name them. Let's say this is your L1 loop, this is your L2 loop, and this is your L3 loop, and one loop can be L4. Which will be this one, this one. So can somebody tell me what are the यहाँ पे कोई नॉन टचिंग लूप्स है क्या L1 L2 L3 let's say you have L5 also here ये वाला
L1 and L2.
very good so very good very good answer so L1 and L2 non touching loops or
L1 and L5.
L1 and L5 any other loops
No, sir.
okay so the idea of non touching loops are they are not connected to each other ये loop अलग है L2 L1 अलग है L5 L1 अलग है good अभी देखो जैसे मुझे बोलेगा कोई कि इसका मुझे ट्रांसफर फंक्शन निकालना है यूजिंग मेसन्स गेन फॉर्मूला तो गेन फॉर्मूला किसी को याद अगर होगा तो आई हैड सेड t इक्वल्स टू I इक्वल्स टू 1 to n I इक्वल्स टू 1 to n pi delta I divided by delta so p क्या है that is number of forward paths so how many forward paths we have for this we already said it's two ये वाला and ये वाला so in we eliminate the forward path which has the self loop तो ये वाला path self loop वाला path को हम consider नहीं करेंगे तो we have total number of forward path 2 the first for forward path is y1 y2 y3 y4 y5 and y6 and second forward path will be y1 y2 y3 y5 y1 y2 y3 y5 and y6 okay तो फर्स्ट फॉरवर्ड पाथ का गेन क्या होगा एक्चुअली ये रिपीट है so don't worry about this one 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 okay so you have forward path now you identified the forward path और फॉरवर्ड पाथ का गेन हमको पता चल गया that is a b c d and e so that is called the forward path gain p1 तो अगर यहाँ पे हमारा 2 है तो इक्वेशन विल बिकम P1 डेल्टा 1 प्लस P2 डेल्टा 2 डिवाइडेड बाय डेल्टा। तो ये फॉरवर्ड पाथ का गेन है करस्पॉन्डिंग टू पाथ 1, ये फॉरवर्ड पाथ का गेन है करस्पॉन्डिंग टू पाथ 2। सो P1 हमारा हो गया A B C D E, P2 हो गया A B C and E, A B C and E, and number of loops we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we are now not talking about the shared loop. So this is 5, total 5. And let's see. So those loops are already we have identified. Y2 Y3 होगा, Y3 Y5 होगा, ऐसे करके. So these are the loops and loop gains are 1 1 because इसमें सॉरी लूप गेंस पहला ये एक्चुअली यहाँ पे गलती है एल दिस इज L1 L2 L3 L4 एंड L5। तो L1 का जो लूप गेन होगा ये वाले लूप का दैट इज B टाइम्स J। L2 का जो लूप गेन होगा वो G टाइम्स H होगा, आई मीन G टाइम्स H। ये L2 बड़े वाले लूप का L2 बोला गया। और L3 जो है वो CDH है, CDH। ये लूप हो गया L2 और ये जो लूप होगा दैट इज कॉल्ड L3, इसका CD टाइम्स H होगा। L4 है DI, तो D टाइम्स I ये हो गया L4 लूप। और L5 है ये F। So we are considering this loop and this will not be a loop because यहाँ पे इसका कनेक्शन है ऑलरेडी। तो ये होगा L5 and we have two non-touching loops L1 L4 and L1 L5 and ये हो गया Y1 Y3 Y2 से Y3 to Y2 and Y4 से Y5 ये वाला। गेन प्रोडक्ट ऑफ फर्स्ट नॉन टचिंग लूप्स आर L1 के लिए 4 हो जाएगा, DJ L1 L4 का दिस इज योर I'll correct it and send it to you। DJ मतलब इसका जो दो नॉन टचिंग लूप पेयर है इसका और इसका गेन जो होगा DI DJ टाइम्स DI एंड L1 L4 वो हो गया। सेकेंड नॉन टचिंग लूप का क्या होगा Y2 Y3 और Y3 के लिए Y5 के लिए वो हो जाएगा बी। ये लूप L1 और L5 लूप जो है ये दोनों नॉन टचिंग है और आइसोलेटेड है। तो BJ टाइम्स F, तो BJ टाइम्स F ये है हमारा गेन प्रोडक्ट ऑफ सेकेंड नॉन टचिंग लूप पेयर। अब यहाँ पे देखो कि ये जो डेल्टा डिटर्मिनेंट है वो हम फाइंड करेंगे 1 माइनस सम ऑफ ऑल इंडिविजुअल लूप गेन्स। तो लूप गेन्स का इंडिविजुअल लूप गेन्स क्या है 1 माइनस L1 BJ L2 GH L3 CDH L5 D को नेमिंग कर देते L1 और GH हो गया ये हो गया L2 इधर से हो गया L3 L4 एंड दिस इज L5। तो BJ प्लस GH प्लस CDH प्लस DI प्लस F ये हो गया समेशन ऑफ ऑल इंडिविजुअल लूप गेन्स माइनस सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ ऑल पॉसिबल टू नॉन टचिंग लूप्स। तो टू नॉन टचिंग लूप में क्या हो गया तो नॉन टचिंग लूप में क्या हो जाएगा ये वाला और ये वाला BJ DI bj di 1 plus bj this loop and this loop L1 and L5 bj f, और उसके बाद 3 loops वाला कोई नहीं है, so that will be 0. So I think there is some problem with this one. Not required. So finally delta will be this one, 1 minus bj gs plus cdh plus di plus f plus bj di plus bj times f minus 0. So this is a value of delta. अब बेसॉन्स गेन फॉर्मूला में उसको पुट कर दो, दैट इज पी आई डेल्टा आई, तो दिस वन वी गॉट. और डेल्टा आई का मतलब क्या हुआ कि ऐसा लूप जो उसको टच नहीं कर रहे, उसका गेन देखना है, तो दैट इज नथिंग बट 1. डेल्टा 2 का वैल्यू हो जाएगा 1. तो P1 डेल्टा 1 प्लस P2 डेल्टा 2 बाई डिवाइडेड बाई 2. तो P1 फॉरवर्ड पाथ का जो टोटल गेन था वो था ए बी सी डी टाइम्स ई टाइम्स 1. डेल्टा 1 जो है वो 1 है, और डेल्टा 2 जो है 1 है, सॉरी 1 है, बाय 1 माइनस इसका जो वैल्यू है वो हमने लास्ट स्लाइड में निकाला, ये 1 माइनस डी जे प्लस जी एच प्लस सी डी एच प्लस डी आई प्लस एफ प्लस डी जे डी आई प्लस डी जे एफ, वो यहाँ पे लिखना है. फिर उसके बाद इसको सॉल्व कर दो तो ये हो गया. तो दैट इज नोन एज नथिंग बट ट्रांसफर फंक्शन. तो ये हो गया ओवरऑल ट्रांसफर फंक्शन इट्स लूप का. So if you also want to, I want you to do the exercise for representing in terms of block diagram. So this is y1 और y2. तो y1 एंड y2 का ब्लॉक डायग्राम रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऐसा होगा, इसके अंदर गेन a है. नाउ y2 और y3 के बीच में b होगा, इनपुट b y3. फिर यहाँ पे j है, j यू हैव टू राइट. और ये कनेक्शन है प्लस, और ये कनेक्शन है प्लस का, बिकॉज ये गेन है पॉजिटिव. फिर ये जी ब्लॉक से कनेक्टेड होगा, इसके इसके बीच में सी होगा, और फिर डी होगा. I mean you can very well convert in terms of block diagram. And here you have gain I, पॉजिटिव गेन है, प्लस माइनस होगा, इसके बीच में ई है, ये हो जाएगा. फिर जी का कनेक्शन है वाईफाई के साथ, यहाँ आ जाएगा. मतलब ये ऑलरेडी डिड इट एक्चुअली, तो यू कैन चेक इट अगेन. वाईफाई यहाँ से कनेक्ट होगा, ये सेल्फ लूप है तो इधर से एफ जाएगा, एंड इट विल बी हियर देखो पॉइंट से. So this is y6. So this is you can just check it. This is roughly a block diagram conversion. तो मेसन्स गेन फॉर्मूला के थ्रू भी हम ट्रांसफर फंक्शन निकाल सकते हैं, जैसे ब्लॉक डायग्राम से निकालते थे, राइट. तो ब्लॉक डायग्राम से कैसे निकालते थे, वी यूज्ड टू रिड्यूस द ब्लॉक डायग्राम. सीरीज पैरेलल को रिड्यूस करते थे, फिर फीडबैक को रिड्यूस करते थे, एंड देन वी यूज्ड टू फाइंड अ वन ब्लॉक, and whatever element used to be there inside the block, they are there, like they used to known as transfer function. और SFG के रिप्रेजेंटेशन में क्या है कि वी हैव टू फाइंड द ट्रांसफर फंक्शन यूजिंग दिस फॉर्मूला दैट इज नोन एज मेसन्स गेन फॉर्मूला. वो होता है I इक्वल्स टू 1 to n पी आई डेल्टा आई बाई डेल्टा, P1 डेल्टा 1 प्लस P2 डेल्टा 2 बाई डेल्टा. और इसका फॉर्मूला से हमने जब वैल्यू पुट किया तो वी गॉट दिस वन. So this is nothing but a transfer function for Mason's gain formula. ये हमने देखा था शुरू वाले क्लास में. कि अगर हमारे पास ब्लॉक डायग्राम का रिप्रेजेंटेशन है तो हम ब्लॉक डायग्राम को रिड्यूस करके ट्रांसफर फंक्शन निकालते थे, और इस केस में अगर हमारे पास एस एफ जी दिया हुआ है इस तरह से, and we have to find transfer function, then we will find transfer function using Mason's gain formula. So the whole idea of representing arrangement in terms of block diagram or SFG, we want to find a transfer. Okay, so now we will do another exercise just to revise the concept. तो सपोज यहाँ पे हमारे पास दो नोड है R एंड C. So far we have covered transfer function, getting transfer function from block diagram and getting transfer function from SFG using Mason's gain formula. इसमें किसी को डाउट है कुछ अंडरस्टैंडिंग वाइज, कॉन्सेप्ट वाइज? So first let me ask you that and then we will go to another example. Yeah, please tell me, कोई डाउट है क्या इसमें?
No, sir.
ओके, तो अभी आते हैं ये नेक्स्ट वाले कॉन्सेप्ट पे. तो हमारे पास जस्ट एक SFG दिया हुआ है and I am representing gain in terms of numbers here. If you see here, so we have two nodes R and C. इसमें इनपुट नोड कौन सा वाला है, आउटपुट नोड कौन सा वाला है? Can someone tell me what are the input? What is the input node and what is the output node?
R is in.
So R is input node and C is output node. जो भी फॉरवर्ड पाथ होंगे that should be between R and C. That is input node. All right. So इसमें कितने पाथ हैं? How many paths do we have?
Two.
How many paths do we have?
दो पाथ है.
Two paths, very good. So one path will be with gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Another path will be 1, 5, 1. Am I right? So we have two paths. And how many loops are there in this?
Two.
Do we have two loops? So you are saying, so can you name them? कौन कौन सा loop है वो? In terms of gain you say. क्योंकि हर एक ब्रांच में गेन है. So there are four loops actually if you see correctly. एक loop ये है. This is the one loop. This one is one loop. Another is this one. Another loop is this one. And another loop is this, 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 and this. So we have total four loops. Am I right? तो loop gain का क्या होगा? L1. What should be the loop gain for loop 1? Tell me. Okay, before that, some of you said इसका दो forward path है. So essentially it should become, now you see, E जो होगा वो ऐसा हो जाएगा, T equals to P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2 plus, sorry, divided by delta. So in this case we have to find P1 delta 1, P2 delta 2 and delta. So we know now know what, how to find P1 and P2. So you said we have two forward paths. So what should be P1? P1 क्या होगा इसमें? P1 होता है फॉरवर्ड पाथ गेन। तो पहला पाथ जो है वो दैट इज 1 2 3 4 5, ये वाला पाथ है। I mean, of course, not 5 1 because 5 is. I should not write 5 here. I should write only C क्योंकि इनपुट नोड इज R, आउटपुट नोड इज C, और इसके और इसके बीच का जो गेन है वो है 5 1 सॉरी। तो क्या होगा P1 फॉरवर्ड पाथ गेन? अच्छा, कोई बताओ कि फॉरवर्ड पाथ, डोंट वरी, वी विल गो बैक टू बेसिक। जब तक हम कॉन्सेप्ट्स को क्लियर नहीं करेंगे, we will move around the basics, and I'm also trying to keep the level of course also at beginners or basic level to intermediate level. तो पहला जो path है, do we agree that we have two paths, two forward paths to reach from input node to output node? R से C के बीच में we have two paths, two forward paths. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
So can you tell me what is forward path 1, P1? मतलब टेंशन का कोई बात नहीं, आराम से बोलो। डू मिस्टेक्स नो, डोंट वरी, जस्ट टेल।
1 2 3 4 1.
डोंट वरी अबाउट द मिस्टेक्स, जस्ट टेल मी पहला पाथ क्या है? व्हाट इज पाथ P1? यू कैन टेल इन टर्म्स ऑफ गेन। ये गेन है, ये गेन है।
1 2 3 4 1.
ओके, सो 1 2 3 4 1, वेरी गुड। So what will be the forward path gain for path 1? It will be a simply multiplication of all the gains. So इसका gain इस दोनों के बीच में 1 2, so these are essentially gains, so we'll directly multiply. So 1 times 2 2, 2 times 2 3 6 times 4, so ऐसे हो जाएगा 2 3 4 24, so total 24. How about P2? What is path P2?
1 5 1.
Tell me.
1 5 1.
Okay, 1 5 1. And what will be the gain for that path 2? Overall gain?
5.
Can we say 5? 1 times 5 times 1, right? So P2 हो गया। अब हमें ये पता चल गया, ये पता चल गया, we got P1 and we got P2। अभी डेल्टा जो निकालना होता है वो होता है डेल्टा इक्वल्स टू 1 माइनस प्रोडक्ट ऑफ ऑल द लूप गेन्स, sum of all the loop gains, L1 gain plus L2 plus L3 plus L4, ऐसे। तो L1 we have to know, L1 L2 L3 L4। L1 कितना है? दिस इज लूप 1, लूप गेन 1 क्या होगा?
minus
Can we say loop gain will be 2 times minus 1 minus 2? Now your L2 is this one, ये वाला कितना होगा L2 का गेन?
-3.
L3 का गेन कितना होगा?
-4.
ये वेरी गुड। सो L3 का गेन होगा -4, और L5 का गेन कितना होगा? ये है L5 गेन, सॉरी L4 का गेन, ये
-5.
ये। so 5 times -1 times -1 times -1, that is nothing but -5। और यहाँ पे इंडिविजुअल लूप गेन का क्या होगा? आइसोलेटेड लूप गेन कितने हैं? कौन कौन सा लूप जो है वो नॉन टचिंग लूप्स है?
2 minus 1 or 4 minus 1.
Right. So I mean you are saying L1 and L3 they are non-touching loops. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. तो उससे हमें ये पता चल जाएगा -2 और -4. So L1 L4 you can find it here L1 L4 that is 8. So it is L1 L4 और दूसरा कोई लूप्स नहीं है नॉन टचिंग लूप्स. So all other terms will be 0. So it is actually minus here, right? तो ये हो जाएगा और ये जो फॉरवर्ड पाथ दिखाता है डेल्टा 1 दैट इज करस्पॉन्डिंग टू पाथ 1. तो पाथ 1 में यू सी हियर path 1 is 1 2 3 4, right? So do we have any non touching loop? Let's find delta 1. 1 minus non touching individual loops which is not in the path 1. ऐसा कोई लूप है जो कि पाथ 1 में नहीं है?
No.
So it will be 0. How about delta 2? ऐसा कोई लूप है जो कि उसमें ऐसा कोई लूप है जो कि पाथ 2 में नहीं है, पाथ 2 के को इंटरसेक्ट नहीं करता है?
L2.
पाथ 2 इज 1 5 एंड 1. हाउ अबाउट L2? देखो L2 जो है आई मीन ये वाला जो लूप है दिस डजंट हैव एनी इंटरफेरेंस विद दिस पाथ. तो हो जाएगा 1 माइनस -3 एंड वी डोंट हैव एनी नॉन टचिंग लूप्स उसमें एनी अदर. तो ये हो जाएगा 4, राइट? तो सबसे पहले डेल्टा का वैल्यू कैलकुलेट कर लो. 1 माइनस इसका है -2 -3 -4 -5 प्लस L1 L4 है 8. ये हो गया 23. तो T हो गया 24 टाइम्स 1 क्योंकि डेल्टा 1 जो है दैट इज 1 ये प्लस P2 5 P2 is 4 5 और डिवाइडेड बाय डेल्टा. डेल्टा is 23. So 24 plus 20 that is 44 divided by 23. So this is a transfer function for this signal flow graph. इस सिग्नल फ्लो ग्राफ में वी हैव यूज्ड दिस फार्मूला t equals to I from I equals to 1 to n p1 delta 1 sorry pi delta I by delta. दो पाथ है तो ओवरऑल फार्मूला विल बिकम t equals to p1 delta 1 plus p2 delta 2 by delta. p1 क्या है? फॉरवर्ड पाथ गेन है फर्स्ट पाथ का 24. फॉरवर्ड पाथ गेन है पाथ 2 का फॉरवर्ड पाथ 2 का दैट इज 5. डेल्टा 1 वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ नॉन टचिंग लूप्स. तो फर्स्ट के लिए डेल्टा 1 1 निकला. सेकंड पाथ के लिए डेल्टा 2 वाज 4 and the determinant of this system we find using the formula 1 minus summation of all the individual loops. The individual loops were -2 -3 -4 -5 plus summation of product of two non-touching loops. So we have only combination of two non-touching loops where L1 and L3. So that's why it should be L3, L1 and L3, L1 and L3. That's why it became 2 times 4 as 8. तो ये कर दिया हमने. तो यहाँ से भी फाउंड द डेल्टा. डेल्टा was 23. So now T was P1 times delta 1 plus P2 times delta 2 divided by 23. So ये हो गया 44 by 23. This was the overall transfer function of this particular SFG, signal flow graph transfer function. तो किसी को डाउट है इस वाले कॉन्सेप्ट में? Anyone wants any clarification for any concept? So I assume there is no confusion so far. और होगा भी तो now I also have given you my phone number. In case you have some doubts or you want to ask something, you can call me anytime. Usually on office time. So that was the concept of signal flow graph. So with this, I think we are done with unit 2. First unit, we got to know about the basic concepts of control systems. Second unit, we talked about transfer function, block diagram, signal flow graph, and Mason's gain formula. So if you recollect today's slide, or so from the first unit, we got to know the concept of control system, classifications of control system in terms of discrete, continuous, CISO, MISO, and MIMO. And also we saw open loop and closed loop transfer function. We saw the concept of feedbacks, negative feedback and positive feedbacks. We also have seen the characterization, like how they are different with each other. ब्लॉक डायग्राम रिप्रेजेंटेशन में हमने देखा उसका ब्लॉक डायग्राम अलजेब्रा से कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं एंड वी आल्सो गॉट टू नो हाउ टू डिटरमाइन द ट्रांसफर फंक्शन फ्रॉम ब्लॉक डायग्राम बाय रिड्यूसिंग देम टू वन ब्लॉक. We got to know about the SFG, reduction of transfer function, reduction of graphs. To find the transfer function, we use this formula, Mason's gain formula. So this was the thing we covered in chapter 2 or second unit. So we will start with time response analysis, and there we will learn standard test signals and other stuff, which will be perhaps in the next class on Monday. तो जस्ट क्विकली देखते हैं हम क्या क्या लोगों ने किया आज. So the whole idea of signal flow graph is also like it's an alternative to block diagram. Very much it can be converted from block diagram to signal flow graph. Once we have signal flow graph, then using Mason's gain formula we can find the transfer function of the signal flow graph. So we have now two approaches. अगर हमारे पास block diagram भी है तो we can convert block diagram into signal flow graph and then we can find transfer function using Mason's gain formula. Otherwise, we can reduce these block diagrams into one block or single block to find transfer function. So it's like we have both the ways to find transfer function. So with this, we completed unit 2. So I assume there is no doubt, and if you have doubt, you can ask me, you can ask in the class, you can mail me, or you can call me. Okay. So see you in the next class on Monday at the same time. I mean, assigned time is 10:30, so we will meet on Monday at 10:30. If there is any change or cancellation, I will write email to all of you. Okay, so thank you so much. So see you on Monday.